Let's get it popping, man. Let's go. Turn up.
Michael Pittman into the end zone, and it's all Colts tonight.
You know you're never out of the football game with him.
I was just locked in, I was just calm. Everything was just moving slow. I was just taking it a play at a time.
For the tie, it's Andrews, and he got it for the win. Blankenship, no good.
We go into overtime.
Coach just said, let's get this B.
There it is, caught, touchdown. Marquise Brown, a furious comeback for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson had yet another sensational, maybe even another signature game on Monday night in a comeback win. He's averaging his 300 yards passing for the first time in his career, also averaging a career best in completion percentage. Here is Lamar Jackson on not yet reaching his peak.
Been believing in myself, the Raven organization been believing in me. We just got to keep it going. I really haven't seen my peak yet. We still early in the season. Just got to keep staying focused.
Tell him, Lamar. I love it. Back with Louis Riddick and Kimberly Martin. Kimberly, we do Jersey Wednesdays on the show. As you know, you've played Jersey Wednesday, and that's not just about how the player played, but who you want to rep that week. Now, I've got Kyler Murray, I've got an Aaron Rodgers jersey, I got a Justin Herbert jersey, but I've got two Lamar Jacksons. He's had two Lamar Jacksons. Where are you on Lamar right now?
You know what I love about this whole Lamar Jackson story? I laugh when I think about it now. I laugh that there were people in the NFL that thought this might be the year that we figure out Lamar Jackson. Because here's what we're seeing. Maybe this is the year Lamar Jackson is figuring out what defenses are trying to do to him. Because this kid leads the NFL in yards per completion, and he's second in rushing average. Lamar Jackson, a guy that at every turn has defied every sort of critique that you can think of. And it's a great story because this organization, you see what happens when an organization goes all in on the QB and build around him and trust him to win games for them.
Oh, that's such a great point. Louis, that is, it's a great point when you're jealous that you didn't make the point. Louis, right, like there's some quarterbacks, I don't hear that about every quarterback. The league is finally, when they're in like year 4, year 5, right? Like, why is everyone, the league is finally fit? No, he's figured out the league maybe. That's scary. Louis, how impressed were you by Lamar? You called the game Monday.
Yeah, look, you're obviously very, very, very impressed, but you're not surprised simply because when you sit down and talk to him, Max, about what it took for him to get to this point, you understand why the evolution has taken place the way it has. This started last year after they got knocked out of the playoffs in Buffalo. He sat down with John Harbaugh. They came up with a list together. Quite honestly, they had their own separate list, and then they got together and talked about what do I need to do individually to get better. Then it was about Greg Roman and John Harbaugh saying, what do we need to do to take this scheme to the next level? And then it was about Lamar marrying what he did in the offseason with what Greg Roman was doing with the scheme, the new players that they were bringing in, and how's it going to manifest on the football field. Now you're seeing the results of all of that work. And they're not even at full strength. That's the scary thing. They're not at full strength yet. They still have players that are going to come back and help, this offense go to another level. Namely, a guy like Rashad Bateman, who's going to probably make his debut this week, I would assume, against the Chargers. And this right now, for them, they're not surprised. Because this was all part of the process, the building process. It's just that there were certain people who were sitting there waiting for him to stumble. Certain people who thought he'll never reach these heights because we just don't know if he has that in him to be that kind of passer. Well, he's shoving it all down their throat right now, and he said himself, I'm still just getting started. I'm just getting started right now, and that's a scary proposition. I said to them when we talked to them, it seems to me like you guys have the potential to do exactly what Dallas is doing, which is we have an answer for everything you try to do. You want to stop the run, we'll throw it. You want to stop the pass, we'll run it. You have no choices with us. We have a bunch of choices for you. And that is scary to a lot of people who never thought that they would reach this juncture in terms of his development. But for the rest of us, we get to sit and watch it, and it's beautiful to watch.
I was going to say, like back in Warren Moon's day, they would have told him, go be a wide receiver, except they did tell him, go be a wide receiver. Not in Warren Moon's day. What, 5 minutes ago, they told him to be a wide receiver. Meantime, he played Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen outplayed Patrick Mahomes. You could argue Justin Herbert. but Lamar Jackson had more did you see that moments throwing the ball than Mahomes in a win. That's the first time I've seen that happen. And Lamar leads the Ravens versus the fantastic Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
I want you just everyone to take a look at our stat, QBR, right now, as far as the value that each quarterback has in contributing to his team winning. Patrick Mahomes is the #1 quarterback in the sport, followed by, as you see, Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, and Tom Brady. The question then, Bart, is, in your opinion, right now, who are the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL?
Listen, I like how y'all set me up to be Buck Nasty, the world's greatest hater. But listen, I tell you what, I take that proudly. And listen, nobody was hurt by the making of this list. But #1 for me has got to be, well, not #1, #5 for me has got to be Dak Prescott. How can you not say, what this man has been through, showing true grit, showing that he can come back from a devastating injury to lead his team, have his team in position to go on a playoff run and win the division. Dak Prescott is playing some amazing football right now. I expect him to come back and be able to throw the ball. I did not expect him to be able to make off-schedule plays and run with the football. He's trusting that leg, and everything is great in Big D. #4 for me has got to be Aaron. He's the reigning MVP, and he told you after the first game, relax, I got this, and he's just moved this team on, and they've been on a roll. I know they stumbled a little bit against Cincinnati, but he figured out a way to get it right. It's not his fault that his kicker had location problems, but Aaron right now is definitely the #4 reigning, and this list is fluid. It can move as well. #3, I have to go with Josh Allen. You talk about probably the best dual threat quarterback right now, what he's been able to do with Brian Daboll, and now he has another weapon. Last year, he got Stephon Diggs, and they did amazing things, but now Emmanuel Sanders has been a revelation, giving him somebody opposite of Stephon Diggs to be able to really exploit teams with. And finally, come on, man, Benjamin Button himself. This dude has went down to Florida. He has moved right in with the retirement community. But guess what? He's the only one in his community still working, Greeny. You got to talk about avocado toast. I don't know what he's eating, but he's aging backwards. And all he does is continue to just play and do things that we've never seen before. And #1, come on, man. This is box office. We talk about the greatest show in all the NFL. You talk about Action Jackson. Yes, Action Jackson accounting on pace for 5,000 yards passing and 1,000-yard rushing. It has never been done before, and it will never be done again if Lamar Jackson can do this. Already a young MVP. He is the best quarterback in the league right now. He is doing more with less. No Ronnie Stanley, no running back. So Freeman? Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Just plug and play.
All right, so Lamar playing the best of anybody right now is not, I think, what has everyone in here
I'm not
reacting.
a prisoner of the moment.
But Kimberly Martin and Louis Riddick and, frankly, everyone else in the room. I got camera people, I got audio people are all looking for Patrick Mahomes' name on this list.
Justin Herbert knocking at the door.
Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray.
How is Bart saying he is not a prisoner of the moment when there's no Patrick Mahomes on that list? There's no Justin Herbert.
Did Patrick Mahomes just play bad last week? Or was
then
it
you
the week
are a
before?
prisoner of the moment because all of a sudden Patrick's not one of the best quarterbacks in
So
the
who
league.
you taking off my list then? Who you taking off? Don't tell me that he belongs on the list. Tell me who you taking off. Who you taking off?
Put that list back up, man.
Who
Put that list back
Here's
up.
the list. I've got it right there.
Who you taking off?
What do you think?
Who you taking off? Tell Tom he
Look,
can't
man,
come
I mean,
to the park.
Bart's got a legit question right there about who you're taking off. I just know this. Kyler Murray, considering, according to any next-gen advanced metric that you want to use, Kyler Murray is ripping this league apart right now. He's ripping it apart. So you're going to have to...
Who you taking off then? Make a seat for him. You got to tell
tough,
somebody
man.
they uninvited.
Okay, Bart, I'm trying to look, man. I'm trying to pick a guy to take off of there. It's hard. Okay, I didn't say it was easy, Bart. It's hard to do. I don't know.
We gave Bart
don't know
the assignment.
Steam is coming off your sternum again.
It's not, you know what?
Out of the taco, we just play.
It is a difficult assignment.
See, you know what,
we gave
man?
you the
See,
assignment. And there's a lot. Just who's playing best
Okay,
right
you know
now?
what?
Yeah.
You know what? If I was going to take one, man, if I was going to take one guy off, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to pick it. Maybe A-Rod. Maybe take Aaron Rodgers off of there. I know Dak is in another zone right now. Josh Allen, we saw what he just did.
That's the one. That's the one that
So
you.
you're
Kyler
taking
Murray's got to be
A-Rod
on
out.
there.
He gonna talk about you on the Pat
Kyler
McAfee
Murray's
show
got to
this
be
week.
on
Now
there.
you
Even
gonna
before
be on the
Patrick
hit list.
Mahomes right now.
And who's going on? Is it Murray who's going on? Is it Mahomes who's going
That's who I
on?
would put on.
Is it Justin Herbert? Who are you putting on?
You got to put Murray on there.
Kyler Murray?
I would put Kyler Murray on.
And Matthew
Yes.
Stafford's my MVP,
Yes.
favorite at the beginning of the year, and I had to take him off.
And
I had to keep it real.
If I were starting a team right now with any player in the NFL, I would take Justin Herbert. So we all are going in different directions on this thing here. But only Bart had the unfortunate assignment of having to put together the
but
list.
it set me up to be the big hater.
We have more to do as we
Yes.
continue, and then First Take will pick up the conversation.